How many takes do you think it took for me to get this right? Or this? Or this? When you're working on a project, how many takes does it take for you to get discouraged? For you to check out a little bit or become so tense you don't quite know what to do with yourself? There's a huge problem we have to recognize when it comes to performing or singing on YouTube versus making something in the studio without anybody watching, or even performing live where you've got lots of people watching. And it has to do with expectations. How many times or how many surgical magic tricks did it take, do you think, to get this right? And live in front of a real audience, you only got one shot. What about this one? Yep, live.
She got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything.
When you're in the studio creating a sonic work of art, particularly with your voice, it's expected and really enthralling to go over a particular passage of a song and make it the very best it can possibly be. When I'm doing it, I lose track of the amount of takes that it takes. I'm totally involved in how my voice feels and what it's capable of and how I can create the best moment for the listener over this particular passage. What that means is that a lot of times when I'm in the studio creating these vocal lines, that I'll go piece by piece. I'll experiment, and then when I find something that feels good and sounds better, I'll put it down. And then I'll move on and go to the next one. Or maybe I'll just do a verse and then add a bunch of background vocals. And the overall experience for the listener when they get done is, oh, whoa. Listen to this performance and listen to all of the orchestrations and all of the supporting tracks that make this vocal sound incredible and really pull at my heartstrings as I listen to it.
Jane, so tell me how it should. 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 Jane, so tell me how it should.
When you're live, that stuff doesn't really exist. When you're live, you have this audience to feed off of. Stage presence, and you have lights, and you have the energy of the band behind you. And so the nitty-gritties of the actual vocal performance, they're not only not scrutinized as much, they don't matter in the same way because it's a completely different experience. When we look at YouTube and the video medium combined with the sound that we hear and the fact that we can replay the videos over and over and over again, we run into the problem that plagues every musician on social media. Well, there's sort of expectations that it should be live or all in one take or not messed with too much, but the sound I expect in my head, I'm comparing to studio level recordings. This is huge. Believe me, it's huge. Not only as a consistent creator, but for my students and for other people that want to create music to be enjoyed on this new medium, or the sort of standard way of being seen and heard. And it goes both ways, right? Oh, I saw so-and-so on YouTube and they performed just absolutely amazing. And it looked like it was one take. I could never do that. And when I try, I just seize up. I have performance anxiety. I can't do it. Or you see something and go, that's not real. There's pitch correction on there. Oh, they must have done that 1,000,000 times. Or Oh, the mouth didn't sync up with the, or whatever. Judgment based on expectation creeps in either way and poisons your ability to create, your ability to perform. I don't want that for you. Here's how to get around it. Start embracing and enjoying the process of piecing together a vocal performance or a performance in general as you're working out how to make it the best it can possibly be. Get your recording equipment set up and take things line by line, sometimes word by word, and record all of it. Don't worry about how many punches you have. Don't worry about how many takes. Don't worry about trying to sing lines all the way through. Just worry about creating the very best, sonically pleasing, engaged performance that you possibly can, even though it's done in pieces. I remember reading an article about a guitarist named Steve Vai, who said that this is how he composed and learned his guitar solos for his instrumental guitar. And this is what got me on the track of doing it with my voice. I don't get tired because I don't have to sing the song all the way through a bunch of times. I can learn and craft and compose piece by piece. Never mind that I can't sing what I'm recording all the way through right now. It doesn't matter. I'm creating something great. So that's the first thing. Get in the habit of being okay with piecing things together as you're learning and constantly giving yourself feedback on what works and what doesn't work as you're doing this process. That goes for other production elements that you might be hearing that you want to try in the moment after you've done this one little thing. What would this sound like if I doubled it? What would this sound like with more reverb or delay? What would it sound like if I sang it slightly differently? You're building something and you're having creative time doing it. Then, once you've gotten your cobbled together, comped together take and all the experimenting, but you listen back and you go, oh wow, that really, really speaks to me as an overall performance. Take a step away, and then start singing it all the way through, along with the experience that you've had recording it in pieces. Do this for several days. You are going to be absolutely floored at what happens with your own voice and mind as you start to sing whatever this song is, whether it's an original or a cover, as you start to sing this thing all the way through.
Could you set me free? Could you set me free?
Yeah, it's not going to be perfect. It's actually not even going to be as good as the one that you meticulously labored over, or the 120 you meticulously labored over. But there's something that happens. You have programmed your muscle memory, your mind, to approach things in ways that you never would have if you had just stepped up to the microphone and started trying to go for it and doing it the best you can, or choosing one take that works the very best for whatever setting you're singing in. Once you've internalized this labor of love you've created, turn on those cameras, make your video, and sing your song. Yeah, these takes are not going to be perfect, but they're going to be really good, and they're going to be based on the emotional engagement, the creativity that you had when nobody was watching. It's the perfect balance. And when you're filming yourself, be okay to punch in and out. Be okay to do partial or multiple takes, just as you did when you're in the studio. Use different camera angles so you can creatively cut between different takes in a way that's still engaging. We as musicians are creating for a new environment, a new medium, and it's absorbed and taken in a very different way than really any other medium previously. It's not about pride, it's not about perfection, it's about creating an emotionally engaged experience for you to share with other people. Whether you're creating your own songs, or whether you're covering songs as a fan, as a tribute to an artist that you love. YouTube and other platforms have created a tremendous opportunity to be seen and heard like never before. Don't let the fear, expectation, or judgment on your part or the part of others keeping you from making wonderful experiences for yourself and creating wonderful works of musical art that you can share with others. If you'd like more help with your own voice and your production and your mindset, click the link below and join my free voice course. I'd love to work with you more deeply. We'll see you for more.